What's up everyone, Stumblzz here, and we're back with Farming Simulator 25. We've got some silage that we need to sell, but it's not quite ready. It's at 95%, so that's kind of annoying. While that's going though, we do need to mow our grass. So we have 2 fields now, and both of them are ready to go. So we need to lease another mower and mow our grass. So we're going to get after that. All right, so we're back at the store. We need to actually lease our mower here. So we're going to go down to mowing or grassland. In our mowers, we've been going with leasing 2. I'm curious about using a different mower or potentially only using 1 mower and then baling at the same time. I don't know if that's plausible. And if it is, I think we have to do it. All of it ourselves. So, yeah. I don't know about that. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just do what we have been doing. And we're going to lease this bad boy here. And then also lease the front attachment as well. That gives us little bits of money left, and that's okay. We have some silage we're going to be able to sell. I am curious about getting our cows going again and just getting ourselves some baby cows, and specifically the dairy type. We're going to drop this front weight here because I forgot that we had that on, and we'll pick up our front mower and then our back mower. Boom. Oop. Totally screwed that up. And then we want to back up to our mower here. What is going on? Why isn't it attaching? There we go. All right, off we go back to the farm so we can start mowing. All right, we're back at our farm and it's time to mow. Now, one thing I'm thinking about doing is just kind of doing our own lines here. Because if we do, we could just go straight across like I'm facing right now and not worry about GPS, but we would create our own lines and we would just go up and down across both of the fields because we own both of them now. So we're going to unfold. We're going to give that a shot. I don't know. Right, wrong, and different. Who really knows? Not I. That's been evident in our entire journey here. We're going to try and line this up. This is going to be the first time we've really done a lot of the driving ourselves, which is fine. It'll be okay. We'll turn on our front one and then switch over to our back one. We'll pull forward a bit. Maybe we'll do a headland type of thing here as well. Now we're going to turn on our back mower. Back up just a hair so we would get it all. And then go forward. Here we go. So far, so good. And we're just going to go straight across. Yep. It's looking wonderful. And then we'll get close up here. Cut that. And then we'll lift our front one so we can kind of rotate like so. And we're gonna put our front one back down, and we're gonna do one like big headland type of thing. I'm really coming up with this on the fly here. There was no pre-planning for this. It's all just coming to me as we go. Probably shouldn't do that. I should probably think about things a little bit more, but you know, it is what it is. It'll be okay. And we'll raise up our back ones now. We're going to try and only cut the good grass. That's the idea here. We're only going to cut the good grass. Because the other stuff is dead. And I don't know if that affects your crops or the yield. But it could, in theory. So we'll put down our front one again. Go forward a little bit. And then we can put down the back mower. And then off we go. and try to keep the good grass as much as possible within our purview. And it's looking beautiful so far. And this is a section where we're cutting, you know, kind of the bad grass, which I think it'll be okay. I don't think the developers, I don't think Giant Software like built it in to where that's like a big issue. And if they did, well, we're gonna learn the hard way, aren't we? And then we got this one here, and then we'll have like essentially a headland, so we won't need to really turn off or pick up the mowers anymore at that point. At least that's my thinking. We'll pull forward, and then we can lower the back ones. And now we're on cruise control for the most part. And the downside here is with this style that I'm doing, you know, kind of just blending the two fields together, is that there's no AI worker that's going to do that. They're going to do one field at a time, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But it's not going to be the most efficient. I think the most efficient is going to be doing what we're doing here, which is essentially doing our own field, but just going straight across. So it's just one big mow versus doing one field at a time. I think this is the more optimal path forward. And now what we'll do is we'll do an up and down type of thing instead of headlands. So once we get down here, we'll just kind of do a circle, if you will. We still technically would be raising up the mower if I cared that much about doing that, but I don't know that I do. So we're gonna go with it like so, because at the end of the day we're gonna still have to windrow this anyways, and when we windrow it, it'll put everything in kind of that straight line that we need for our bale wrapper. I did download a mod. It's called bale storage, I think. It's basically just a place on the ground where you can nicely stack your bales. And what we'll need with that though is just an overall bale trailer, which we're gonna need anyways for our lettuce and tomato pallets. What I decided to do was turn off the direct selling for the tomatoes and lettuce, so that we can get the max amount of profit out of it. You know, it was really only one comment from one of our subscribers, and you know, they'd mentioned that, you know, selling directly eats at your like 10% or more, 10 to 40% of your profit. And I don't want to lose out on that money. We can't afford to lose out on money. We have $5,000 at the moment, so we have to be very careful with our purchases and how we kind of spend our money to make sure that, you know, it's efficient and that we're able to start acquiring more and more land. And that's the idea at the end of the day. We'll get the rest of this field mode, and then we'll get to bale wrapping, and we'll talk a little bit more about what we're going to do with our bale storage.
Riding my tractor, grass to the sky. Got silage to wrap, and I don't know why. The cows need feeding, the fields need love, but my funds are tighter than my old work gloves. Oh, the mower's humming, the windrower spinning, chasing that green, but my luck ain't winning. Bail me out, baby, I'm broke as a joke. Got a rusty old tractor and I'm running on hope. The AI's useless, but I'm doing my best. Farming Simulator 25's my ultimate test.
All right, we're about done with our field here. We're getting pretty close. I was trying to look up some stuff about grass and like silage. Did y'all know there's about 1,400 species of grass in the United States? That's absolutely crazy. And are we qualifying things that are basically weeds as grass? Because 1,400 species, that's a lot of different types of grass. And all I know is like 4. That's a very small number compared to the number that I looked up. And that, you know, what do I know? Clearly not anything to that extent. 1,400 types of grass. Absolutely crazy. All right, we have wrapped up our mowing. So now that that's done, we can sell off. We can sell off our mowers here. So let's go do that. We'll return that one and return that one. We don't want to waste by keeping them. So look at our eggs. Our eggs is actually the premier month to sell our eggs. We can get $4,000 from selling those right now. We have no silage yet. That stuff still has not fermented. That's so annoying. We have a lot of lettuce, and the best place to sell it at the moment is the restaurant. We can get $7,000 worth of that, but we could get another $1,000 if we wait until February. So we're going to wait until February to sell our grass. However, if we need a trailer, I don't know. It's a whole different question. We need to go pick up our windrower so we can windrow this field. And as much as we're trying to do realism, I may use the liftable pallets mod, which I have installed. I try not to use it a ton, to get those pallets onto a trailer. I don't know how much that trailer is. I'd prefer not to lease it. We're already leasing the roller. And by the time, you know, at this point, we could have probably purchased the darn thing. There are quite a few contracts available at this time of year. There's a lot of beat ones as well. And the beat ones are such a pain. So much of a pain. If I was playing on multiplayer, I'd consider doing it. But in this scenario, I don't think I want to do a beat contract again. Those are a nightmare. Let's take a look at our windrowers here. And I think from a windrower perspective, we might go with a bigger one just because it's so much more field. $60,000 a lease on that is $3,000 freaking dollars. Holy crikey. I don't know. I'm doing it. It's probably a stupid choice. A waste of money. But you know what? We got to stick with the theme of what I'm doing here. We are going to be a land baron. We're going to own everything on this map. But for the time being, we're just making poor choice after poor choice. So, you know, maybe we still haven't learned our lesson. I mean, based on the fact that I just leased a $60,000 windrower, I probably haven't learned my lesson. Let's get to the field and let's start windrowing. We're about back at the field. I just noticed on my tractor, I thought I spent some money fixing it, but the repair is looking pretty low, and we're low on gas as well. So hopefully we have enough here to get us at least looking a little bit better, from enough money to be able to get the tractor repaired as well as actually put some gas in this thing. Why is the whole thing not lowering? Interesting. You have to pull forward. That's kind of different. All right, so we're going to turn it on. And we're going to start windrowing our stuff here. Look at this beauty. Oh, okay. I didn't know where it was putting it. Now I know where it's putting it. I thought it was going to go down the middle. That is not the case here. So, lesson learned on that piece. I should probably pick up all that grass from the last one that, you know, I never picked up. We may not have enough money to actually lease our... I hope we do. I'm starting to think we may not have enough to lease the actual bale wrapper. That could be a bit of a problem. I'm not going to fit between all those signs there. So let's go like so. We're going to stick with the up and down theme aspect of this. We're going to windrow just up and down or side to side, however you want to label it. Let's put this down. And let's start going this way here. Perfect. The nice thing about windrowing is you can actually turn it a little bit. Because it's just making one line. So when you have your baler, you just need to follow that line and you'll be all right. And this being so much wider is making this so much of a quicker job to be able to get this where we need it so we can actually wrap it. And hopefully by the time this is done, we can actually start, what you call it? I'm already having a brain fart here. By the time this is done, hopefully our grass is fermented. And then we have some silage to sell. I don't know that we'll wait for the optimal month on the silage, but we could. And we're going to make one big fat row that we're going to be able to pick up. So we're going to do that. Look at that. It's going to be one nice chunky row of grass for us to pick up. Look at that. It's a beauty. I hope it can go over that. I think it can. I don't think it's an issue. It'll just fill up super quick, and we'll have to take that into consideration when we're doing this. It's a hefty looking line, that's for sure. All right, there's that. Let's lift it up a bit just so, you know, we're doing right things. And then we'll put it down. The concept of this windrowing is actually super cool. The fact that, you know, it can just kind of put all of these grass clippings into one straight line for your baler. Love it. Absolutely love it. I want to just go on a farm. I know it's not like just simple work, but I would like to just go be on a farm one day and just kind of partake in all of the workings, if you will. I think it'd be kind of fun. Get to, you know, experience the whole thing myself versus, you know, just virtually. I would do it. If someone would have me, I would do it. I think we totally just botched that person's field. We won't be able to pick it up, so we got to be careful about that, because if we put it onto that other field, we won't be able to actually pick it up with our baler. So there is that. I'm trying to keep this with the line that we already created. It's not as straightforward as one might think. Yeah, I hope we're going to have enough money to be able to rent or lease our baler. If not, we can sell off some of our eggs. We'll just take them over our little farmer's market. And then we can also sell some of our lettuce. We have all of our lettuce pallets are full. So we can try and get some money that way as well. But the funds are incredibly tight at the moment. And that's probably an understatement. All right, so we want to get a little bit closer here. I want to make sure this doesn't end up on the land of the property that we don't own yet. Because if we do that, then there's a good shot that we won't be able to pick it up. Now the downside to what I'm doing here is that might require like a double pass, because that's not quite getting us one thick line that the baler will be able to pick up. At least I don't think it will. Yeah, I don't know if I like this one, because it has to wait for all three of them to hit the ground. And then once it hits the ground, it starts to build it up. And I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it might be causing more woo work for me in the end. Yep, so I did it again. It's unfortunate, but kind of is what it is at this point. We'll own that land soon enough, hopefully. This is a bit of a tight squeeze right here. Let's actually try doing a little something different. Let's try and grab all of this here. We're going to do like a weird sort of line. So we're going to be driving a little weird with our baler. But I'm thinking of just going in a constant circle. I don't know if that's wise, but I'm going to try it. Because I haven't used this one before, where it just puts it to one side. I've always used the one that kind of centers it into the middle. And this one just kind of shoots it all out to one side. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But it's just different is all. So now actually I want to go over here. Totally windrowing this stuff onto that other property, which is not what I want to do. I'm kind of going rogue here, and this is not great. Should have probably just hired an AI worker, even though they oftentimes screw things up. So now what I'll do is I'll just kind of take a big turn here. Keep on going after the clippings. And I think the baler will be able to follow that just fine. But I don't really know. Alright, so there's that. We just dumped a bunch of this grass onto this farmer's plot of land. This is Grandpa's land. Yeah, we can't even windrow it when it's on there. That's unfortunate. But once we own that land, we'll be able to take care of that little weird spot that now exists. Alright, let's turn this bad boy off. Let's get rid of it. And then it's gonna be right there. Perfect. Let's take a look at how much this baler is gonna run us. This is gonna be a hefty price. Yup, we cannot lease it. Holy cow. Alright then, we gotta sell some of our lettuce. Otherwise this grass is just gonna sit here. Let's take a look at our time savings check mod. It looks like this silage still has not come through. I do have it set to real time, so that could be why it's taking so long. But we're gonna drive over here real quick. Let's take a look at what it is for... It's at 95%. Let's fast forward time a little bit and see if we can get that to 100%. Alright, we fast forwarded time a little bit. It's still not super great. It's at 98%. So what I think we will do is we're going to bump up the time just a little bit. Let's go to 2 times. We're going to lease our baler. So we've got some tomatoes that we can sell. We should probably just sell those tomatoes. Maybe that'll get us where we need to go. Or even our eggs. So let's attach our forklift here. Let's go grab some of these eggs and sell these. We'll just sell them right here at our farmer's market, because that'll probably be the easiest thing for us to do. We'll try and drive gentle. And we'll double stack here. Nope, I already screwed that up. Alright, we can hook it. We can hook it. Here it is. And we just want to put this on top. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to go sell it. And boom. We can stab that like so. Boom. Tilt it back a tidbit. And we'll just drive it over there carefully. We'll get in the tractor so we can see a little bit better through all these trees and whatnot. And I do want to get a trailer so we can start stacking up our lettuce as well. But we're also going to need it to be able to unload our bales, or pick up our bales once we kind of create sort of a storage location for them. So we'll need to do that as well. I don't remember how much it costs to lease the baler. So in an effort to make sure we have enough money, we're going to sell both of these pallets as well. It's not, it is the ideal time to sell these, so it's not like it's a bad idea. It's just not efficient because I think we're selling it in not the most efficient place, which I think is the restaurant, and that's okay. We're gonna stack this up here like so. I really want to get the Thrustmaster stick for the game, and then I'll be able to use my steering wheel and all that jazz. That's kind of one of my goals here soon, is to get that. And boom, we're almost like a pro. Kind of, but not really. And those pallet sticks on there pretty good. This is 2 full pallets, so this should give us enough money to get our bales, or our baler. There's one down. And I didn't quite get that off of there. Oh, come on now. Come on, get off. There it is. All right, let's see if we can afford the baler now. We can lease it. It costs us $5,800 to lease it, so we're back to $2,000. Holy cow. This is brutal as brutal can get. We're going to keep our pallet fork on here, and we're just going to make sure that it's kind of lifted in a semi-safe transport modality. And then we're going to head over to the farm, or the store, and pick up our baler so we can bale. Y'all, I took the turn a little too tight, and now we gotta hope that we can get up here. There we go. Yeah. Well, I took that turn very aggressively, hit the fence, and just rolled. Oh boy. It's a good thing these tractors can stand up on their own-ish. Alright, since we are over here, we are going to make a stop at this gas station real quick because we need some gas. So we need to fill up on some gas. Oh boy, this is an expensive gas trip. $483 in gas. That brings us down to $1,500 total. Oh, it is not looking pretty for us right now. The money is as tight as we've had it, and we're gonna need those silage bales to ferment so we can sell them off. It's looking rough, and I don't even think we have enough money to be able to buy the bale storage at the moment. So, or the trailer, or anything. We're as broke as a joke, and I don't even know. We'll get there someday. All right, we're back at our farm. We're gonna turn on automatic drop. We're gonna lower the pickup. We're gonna turn on the baler, and we're gonna start baling. These thick lines will fill up the baler super quick, which is fine. The damage on our tractor after that little incident, it's pretty hefty at this point. We're in the red now. I don't know what happens when your tractor is fully damaged. I've never let my tractor get that far. Hopefully it's still drivable, because otherwise we're gonna have a bit of a problem. More than we already have. Yeah, sir, you're gonna have to wait. I have priority. I'm a tractor. We got grass on the road. Oh yeah. Hopefully it lets us pick it up. It did. That's awesome. And that thing jolted up there its turn in regards to how full it got. I have to go slow enough to where we can drop this darn bale behind us and not overdo what we're picking up here. Kind of a slow roll with this process here. We're gonna need some money to be able to repair this tractor, or be able to buy our own workshop. I think that still ends up costing money anyways, so that wouldn't do us any justice. It wouldn't help us in any way, shape, or form. Another thing we have to take into consideration is this new field that we purchased actually needs lime. and we don't have the means to be able to lime it at the moment. We don't have a spreader. We don't have lime. We don't have anything for that matter. So that's something else that we have to think about.
Ain't cheap, but I'm plowing these fields like I don't need sleep. The sun's setting low, my tractor's in pain. I'm dreaming of cows and a big champagne rain, but instead it's just me with my grass-filled light, wrapping these bales till the morning light. Bail me out, baby, I'm stuck in the grind, still hauling those bales with my tractor behind. The lettuce is rotten, the cash is tight, but this farming simulator's my kind of fight. Bail me out, baby, it's my farming life. Through glitches and chaos, the joy and the strife. With a laugh and a bell, I'll conquer this land. 'Cause farming sim 25's got me in its hand.
All right, we have almost all of the, I think we have everything picked up. That puts us at 37 bales. It's a new record in bales for us, which is awesome. We have 60% full on our baler at the moment. I'm trying to get like any remnants that are left so we don't waste what's in this baler. But I don't know that we have enough to pick up to get us to that. I'm gonna try it over here where we have older stuff. Maybe that'll help us get to 100% so we can make one more bale. That one more bale would be, I think, huge for us, but I don't know that we're gonna be able to get it. So we'll pick up all of this stuff here. It's basically in our driving area. Yeah, that didn't do it. That's really it. And we can't pick up all the stuff that's over on Grandpa's field. He's kind of handicapped us on that. Like, I did it myself. That was my fault. But, you know, he could at least let us have access to the land so we can pick it up. But nope. Grandpa's not going to let us do that. So, let's see. Can we unload a partial bale? Do y'all know if you can do a partial bale? Because that would be awesome if you could. It doesn't look like you can, which is really unfortunate. So, we're going to have to settle with that. Now that we have that, let's go ahead and return our baler. Let's drive over real quick to our actual bale loader and see what we've got in terms of bales. Is this whole thing silage yet? I don't know that it is. I hope that it is. Nope. We got a few that are, well, maybe. I don't know. Part of me wants to fast forward a little bit more time to make sure. So we're going to do that. All right, it's 1500 in the afternoon. Let's take a look. I just totally impaled myself by running into the fronts of my forks there. Let's take a look at these bales. They should all be good at this point. I would be very surprised if they were not. If we look at our time savings check, we have 77,000 liters of silage that we can sell at the BioGas Plant. That'll get us almost 10 grand. We have lettuce that we need to sell because we're hurting on money. At the canning factory is the more ideal place to sell that. And we have 129,000 liters in grass that is currently fermenting. That is freaking awesome. BioGas Plant 1, I think is this right here. Nope, that's Grain Barge Terminal. Where's BioGas Plant 1? Oh my goodness. BioGas Plant 1 is a journey. We have to drive all the way up there to get to BioGas Plant 1. All right, well, we've got to go on a bit of a drive to sell this off. We're going to need to fix our tractor. We need to look... Before we go on this long drive here, let's take a look at the store real quick. Let's look at our trailer options. So from a trailer perspective, we have a small little bale trailer. The computer's going a little funky here. We have a small bale trailer. I don't think our bales are 89 meters. Ooh, that's also something we have to think about. So for round baling, this creates 125 centimeter bales. So the trailer that we purchase needs to be able to hold 125 centimeter bales. And I don't know that this holds that. That one, yeah, it does. Okay, so 125 to 189 centimeters. It's $9,000 with the extension. We don't need the extension. We can get the bale trailer auto load. And then it's $6,000 like that. Okay, so we need $6,000. We're going to get that from selling off these silage bales. So we're going to have to go sell off these silage bales. Nope, I don't want to turn there. just kidding. Y'all, we're almost at the biogas plant, and I feel like our tractor is really struggling going up this minor hill, or even just in general pulling this darn thing. Now that we're going downhill, it's picking up speed a bit, but yeah, we've got to fix this tractor because it's in pretty bad shape. It's struggling to do what it's got to do. We can't have it failing on us. It's our only tractor. It is our only one. Alright, so in we go. Not entirely sure where to dump this, but we're going to try and dump it here maybe? What's on the other side? Is this where you dump it? That doesn't feel like where you dump it. We've got this over here, which I don't know. Not entirely sure. That might be where we dump it. So we're gonna back this up here. Or does it even take bales? That would be kind of unfortunate if it didn't take bales. If we drove all the way here and this doesn't take bales, I'm gonna be sad. No, stop unloading. It's not selling them. Oh no. That's gonna suck. Really? Is it over here? Maybe it's over there. Maybe that's what takes it. Dang it. Oh man, that's super annoying. I didn't think that was going to be the spot. I was hopeful it was. But, you know, such is life, I guess. Let's go ahead and load this thing back up. One at a time. What in the world? These clouds are going crazy. Alright, we're going to try this again. And hopefully sell these silage bales right here. I'm not confident this is the spot either. But hopefully it is. It's not giving me like a load or a fill. So I don't feel like I can sell it here. This was a waste of a drive. Unless I can dump them in here. Which I don't know if I can. No, I don't want to buy a biogas plant for $1.9 million. Gee willikers. Is it up here maybe? Can I put it somewhere else? Where can I sell this stuff? We're going to go back to town and sell it there because I'm not confident it can be sold here at the biogas plant. I think it has to be silage that is from specifically when you do it in the silage bunkers. So you just have like raw silage. I think that's kind of how you have to do it, which is unfortunate. Because we just wasted a bunch of gas and a bunch of time driving out here for nothing. This game sure is beautiful. I'll tell you that much. Alright, we're back in town, and now that we're back in town, we're going to go to the animal dealer, and we're going to sell our bales at the animal dealer, because I feel like that's going to be the most ideal place with these bales to do that. Hopefully it's not a drastic price difference, but we need to sell these bales, and I don't know how to sell them at the biogas plant. I don't even know if you can sell them at the biogas plant. So there's that. There we have it. We have $10,900 in our bank account. So we've recovered a little bit, not a lot. It's still a rough life out here for us. We're still struggling with money quite a bit. Is what it is. We will get there. We're making progress. We have 2 fields now. We have 30 plus silage bales that we're gonna be waiting on to ferment. We're gonna look at getting a bale storage area, a flatbed trailer, so that way we can sell all of our lettuce and tomatoes. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna be able to start really bringing in the money. We'll probably switch our tomatoes over to lettuce because lettuce still just sells so much better. Let's take a look real quick at how much this other piece of land right next door to us is going to cost. So if we look to buy this piece of land right here, it's $102,000. Are you freaking kidding me? That is insane. 225,000, 182. Holy cow. Yeah. All right, we're still going to try and get this one here. It's $102,000 needed to do it. Comes with a bunch of extra land back here. Need it, don't need it, you know, whatever. We're going to get there. We'll probably start getting our cows going, though. We have a livestock pen. We just need to start getting the babies. How much do the babies cost? Before we end this episode, let's take a look at how much the baby cows cost. Animal dealer. We need the milk producing kinds. So this is a little cow. This breed is used for dairy farming and produces milk. And they require water. Let's see, 250 bucks a pop. We would need 2. It doesn't say if they're male or female, so I don't think that part matters. Now we could get ourselves this Holstein cow at 6 months for $525. We spend, or $590, I should say. If we spend just over $1,000 on these cows, they'll start producing, although we just sold all of our silage. We're not doing that yet. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button, and we're going to continue our journey to own every piece of land here in Riverbend Springs. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining.